For Emerald of Katong, what price gap should you be looking between the 2-bedroom and the 2+Study unit? Let's look at the differences between the 2-bedroom and the 2+Study. Right, so the 2-bedroom, the biggest 2-bedroom without the study, it's at 646 square feet. The one with the study is either 678 square feet or 689 square feet, right? So the 689 square feet will be the one that you see at the show flat when it launches. So the difference mainly is between the one without the study and with the study. At 678 square feet, you get the study area at this corner over here. So honestly, it gives you a wider frontage, but in terms of making it a proper study, it really depends on how you configure the space. So if somebody were to use it as a storage space or even a dining area, I think that leaves a bit more space for the living area, but I would kind of still consider it as a bigger 2-bedroom. At 689 square feet, which is the one you see at the show flat, the position of the study is beside the bedroom 2. Potentially, you can make your bedroom 2 much bigger because this wall can be hacked if you want to hack it, and then you can reposition the wardrobe somewhere else, but that makes a proper study. If not, you can also be a walk-in wardrobe if you want to, or maybe like a countertop. So in terms of 689 square feet, I feel that the purpose of the study will be a bit more usable for different purposes rather than the 678 square feet. So if we look at the difference in terms of square footage, actually the difference is not much. It's all in the 600 range. Then we want to look at how Tembusu Grand, which is our neighboring counterpart, has priced their units. So at launch day for Tembusu Grand, there is a 76 square feet difference between the 2-bedroom and the 2+Study. 2-bed 2-bath at 667 square feet, while the bigger 2-bedroom plus study is at 743 square feet. Right, so there's a 76 square feet difference, and the premium that they set for the difference between the 2-bedroom and the 2+Study is around 200k on launch day. So you will have gotten a 2-bedroom at 1.556, and then the 2+Study is at about 1.7. So if you just divide 200,000 by 76 square feet of space, you're paying about 2,006 per square foot for the extra space. If the per square foot that you're paying for a 2-bedroom in terms of the total quantum is about the same, then I think it's quite reasonable to pay for. So then we want to understand for Emerald of Katong, what kind of premium are you supposed to pay to make it worthwhile? So basically, we want to avoid overpaying. So for Emerald, we're looking at 43 square feet difference of space between the 689 and the 646 square feet. So how much is overpaying? If you do the same kind of math, you should be looking at about 110 to 120k difference in terms of premium between the 2-bedroom and the 2+Study. It sounds okay to be paying that difference in quantum for the 2+Study, but that really depends on if you're buying for own stay, does the study serve the purpose that you need as well. I think having that 120k difference, for example, the future buyer for your unit should be able to see the difference and the purpose that the study makes. If you have the budget to stretch to a 2+Study, but at the same time you want the cheapest possible one, then I would point you to Stack 12 over here. That one is the show flat where bedroom 2 is. It's a bit more purposeful in a sense, but that's going to be facing head court directly. You get maybe a bit of a view of Tembusu Grand on the side. If you're high floor enough, you get a bit of a landed view all the way towards Paya Lebar, which is pretty good, to be honest. You get some form of pocket view, but this stack should be the cheapest among the rest because how Sim Lim has kind of positioned all the units are quite well distributed, I would say. So they can add some premiums to the pool facing definitely. So your stack 05, your stack 39 should have a slight premium as compared to 12. Stack 18 as well, pool facing. This is also a 2+Study pool facing. If you talk about the cheapest quantum for 2+Study, I think it will be 12 at this point. So DM me if you want to understand a bit more about how much you should be looking at in terms of premium between the two so that you avoid overpaying for the unit.